I'm recently married and my husband wants me to perform oral sex on him until he orgasms. Again, is this allowed? These are all fiqh-based questions. Brother Habib, could you maybe give some sort of like light to this?
Okay. Well, from an Islamic perspective, oral sex is not haram. Okay, it's not haram if there's no evidence from the Quran or the Hadith that I know of that prohibits oral sex. Now, if the wife or the husband, for that matter, is not comfortable with performing the act, then they don't have to. I'm not saying because something is halal, it doesn't mean you have to do it. But what happens obviously within the bedroom, as long as it's not anal intercourse, it's allowed, right? Now, again, if this is something that the husband desires, if the wife doesn't comply, then by all means, then the husband shouldn't force it. I'm not saying that. If this is something that the wife is comfortable to do, then I don't see no issue with it. Again, if she thinks from an Islamic perspective it's haram, there are some scholars that say this act is, it's despicable, or they say they say it's not befitting of a Muslim. But that's mainly for cultural reasons, because they're not maybe comfortable with that act for whatever reasons. But to say that it's haram, that's something else. And I haven't come across a reputable scholar that's actually said it is haram. But many have said that it's something that maybe you should avoid, or it's not something that's befitting of a Muslim. But in terms of its actual permissibility, from my understanding, oral sex is permissible. But in the case of the particular sister, again, it's about if she's comfortable to perform oral sex on her husband, then Bismillah. But if she's not, then again, the husband shouldn't force her or anything like that.
Do you have any sort of books that you can recommend, or that is there showing about sexual intercourse or acts within Hadith? Do you have anything out of memory that you can sort of say? We've got lots of questions about it on WhatsApp.
Yeah, so my book, A Taste of Honey, Sexuality and Erotology in Islam, it's a book that took me over 10 years to write. It's filled with hadiths, it's filled with verses from the Quran, it's filled with what different scholars have said about matters to do with oral sex, ways to bring your wife to climax, ways for a wife to please her husband. It talks about simultaneous orgasm, it talks about love, it talks about desire. It's like a compendium of sexual love. So, I would say that. That was the reason why I wrote the book, because unfortunately, in the English language, there's not many books from an Islamic perspective that speaks about the matters of sexual love and desire in detail. Many books kind of in the English language, kind of speak about romance and the importance of love, or families coming together, or a married couple coming together for the sake of their children and things like that. But in terms of looking at the two individuals as lovers and the importance of sustaining a fulfilling sexual experience, that was something that I kind of wanted to address it in my book. And a lot of what I've written was based from the works of Muslims from dating back from the 9th century up until like the 18th to 19th century. So I definitely would say you should definitely check out my book, A Taste of Honey. There's another book called
it's funny you mentioned your book as well.